All right, turn 8. Here we go. This is last turn of the game. Nothing's really going to happen except we're going to try to rally and get everybody ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and do the... All right, so friendly HQ event. Oh, man. Well, I guess I wasn't really banking on that. Let's see. I'm just... Okay, so all these charts here. Let's go and get all this moved. Yeah. All right. Friendly higher HQ event. Let's go ahead and draw for that. Out of 10, it's a 10. And what is that? All right. Ammo resupply. Place 4 of any one type of ammo on any card of your choice on row 1. Great. That's helpful. Albeit a little late. HQ. Gosh. What's the deal? It's not like we needed the ammo anyway. Why are they giving us more ammo? Maybe it's because some cruel joke. Because we couldn't secure the objective on the last attempt. And now they're like, well, I guess they just need a little more machine gun rounds. Goodness. So let's see. There's two units of ammo, and then another 2 units of ammo here. Okay, so units of ammo, and then we'll put them on the casualty evacuation card. And you may be wondering, well, then what happens throughout the course of the game? Well, hopefully, because it was early, if it was earlier, we could have used the Jeep to have the first sergeant, and that's why kind of it's a toss-up to have the first sergeant do stuff. Because if something like this happens, you can have him use the Jeep. Again, I would highly deter you from using the company HQ for anything except for generating commands for everybody else. So the first sergeant I would typically use to come over here, pick up the ammo, and then drive it all the way back to the machine gun team, drop it off, and then have the machine gun team pick it up, and then fold it into their assets here. So that's how this works. That's how that works. Pretty cool mechanic, but it doesn't get used that often. So that's the brakes. All right. Now let's see what we're going to try to do, and then be right back. All right, let's go ahead and start with HQ and getting them activated, see how many commands they generate, and that is 5. Awesome, which you don't need that many. They go up to 5, they go up to 8, which these guys should have lost their unused commands. All right. And what are we going to do? We're just going to really only need to activate Sergeant and 2nd platoon and 3rd platoon. Yep. Let's do that. Sergeant, 2nd platoon, 3rd platoon, and that's it. Again, 1st platoon doesn't need to be activated. The XO is okay. We don't need the mortar anymore, but it's there and ready to go. 3rd platoon, yeah, we got those activated. All right, so let's start with the platoons. So 2nd platoon first. They get 3 commands, which isn't that much, but again, they don't really need that much either. 3rd platoon, reshuffle. 3rd platoon gets 5 commands. And I guess that's one of the common complaints about the game is reshuffling so many times throughout the course of the game. Because as you saw on turn 6, it only took the one turn to reshuffle. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll reshuffle. I'll be right back. All right, back from reshuffling, and I can't remember who we just activated. I think it was 3rd platoon. Next is the 1st sergeant. He gets 5 commands. All right, so he goes from here to 7. All righty, that's all that we need. First order of business. 2nd platoon is going to use his first 2 commands to move the entire platoon up into our primary objective, which is this village. We're gonna move this. And I'm kind of upset that we didn't get to use any rifle grenades, because rifle grenades are fun. Even though they miss like 80% of the time, I feel like. All right. this little fire team here. Who hasn't folded into? Okay, so we'll probably do that. Actually, let's go ahead and use one command first. Another command to fold. I was supposed to do that before we moved. So we'll turn that to a 3-step. Get rid of this fire team here. All right. Now this platoon is at back to full strength. That's I like that mechanic, the fire teams and breaking them out, scouting and all that stuff. All right, and of course they all are exposed for doing so, but we've occupied the first objective, the second objective. We have practically completed the mission, so by the end of this turn, you know, we'll get that done. All right, let's do the last actions of the mission here. We're gonna try to rally this paralyzed team. All right, so third platoon, it's up to you. Start getting some stuff done. What in the world? Is that the... I don't even know what that was. So I think I may have not done the entire draw. Oh man, let's not get complacent. Just do what you're supposed to. All right, 2 draws. Finally, rally these people. Rally these soldiers up to a litter team. All right, let's go ahead and use another command to rally into a fire team. All right, maybe we'll get a double, maybe not. Let's go ahead and use third platoon as the exhort. No. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. It's only 1 or 2 green teams, and since all of our squads are pretty much veterans already, when they get folded back into the squad, it's going to be the skill will still stay at a veteran, even though 1 step was demoted to a green. All right, and then the rule book specifies that as well. Okay, we're not going to do anything else. We're not even going to draw. Maybe we should draw just for odds sake. So first platoon gets a general impulse, which they get no commands. XO gets a general impulse of 1. Then we have the general initiative phase, which there's only 1 general initiative, which again we don't really quite need. And lastly, oh man, I don't remember. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. That's it for the general initiative. And let's see. Let's just go back to the player aid here. Enemy activity or enemy higher HQ. And let's see if that happens. Woo! Thank goodness, no. No enemy activity checks. None of that, because again, this casualty team isn't going to do anything. They can't really do anything to the casualty team either. So they're not going to really open fire. Oh, I totally forgot about the first sergeant. Let's do this. Before I continue on, let's use 1 command for the first sergeant. And again, like before, he's got a Jeep. He can pretty much go anywhere. So there's no slow or no vehicle. So he can drive through the open fields into this orchard / grove, and he can stop there. And he'll be exposed. And that's how, you know, vehicles work when they go through stuff, or when they go through cards. So you could get like a pretty good supply run if you have a nice straight shot. But of course this is Normandy, so that's never gonna happen. I mean, it might, but hardly ever. Okay, so now we've done the enemy activity check segment. Next is, I think, the mutual capture and retreat phase. Yep, mutual capture and retreat phase, which we'll go ahead and just treat the paralyzed team like casualty teams, but I guess that's not quite correct. But it's fun to do it anyway. So they're extracted. Hooray. We get extra experience points for getting paralyzed prisoners, because casualty prisoners, we don't get a much experience points for that, and you'll see that in a minute. Okay, now it's the combat phase, or the potential contact phase, and the update. Well, let's just go back to the chart, because now I'm going out of order. All right, after the mutual capture and retreat phase, no vehicles, no combat, so no fire missions, no potential contacts, don't need to resolve anything there. And then we can end the turn by just removing this expose, because those are the only guys that moved. And voila, that's the end of the mission. Did that pretty well, if I do say so myself. And then this exposed here. We didn't come out with any casualties, so that was great. And the plan kind of changed and morphed and molded into what we see now. And again, we're not going to go any farther up here because this is our limit of advance. We don't extend our front lines from our other companies to our left flank and our company to our right flank. All right, we did it. And I'm going to show you how the after mission segment in just a second. All right, I'll be right back.